So. Okay. Steam, where? Steam, here, hello. So. All right. Ha! Hello and good evening to everyone. It is Friday, the 23rd of July, 2021. And yeah, another week has passed. And usually, when waiting from the Sunday stream to the Friday stream, it's a lot of days. And oftentimes I think about maybe, what additional content could I put into the stream or whatever. But this time the content came to me. Okay. I didn't even have to, well, I didn't even have to do anything extra, okay, because I was busy this week. I was so busy, in fact, that I neglected my family. I neglected my duties. I neglected my job. I neglected everything. Okay. I didn't neglect my job because that if one of my colleagues are here, of course I didn't. Uh, but yeah, so my life was completely taken over by the work of a certain gentleman that goes by the name of Miura. Rest in peace, by the way. But yes, I'm of course talking about the manga Berserk, which fell into my hands a few weeks ago, I think, and I was able to, I always knew about it. I always knew that it's very famous, very popular. Many it inspires many of the games and other media that I really enjoy. So, at some point I thought I'd have to read it. And then, as fate wills it, or as they say in Berserk, wait, was it? It's the wheel of causality or the flow of causality wills it. It fell into my hands like the Crimson Behelit, and I just I was completely sucked in. Yeah, I had to read through all of it, and this has now concluded. I've just finished it, and before we get into the nitty gritty Dark Souls whipperoni, I thought I'd give a little bit of a review. Is maybe review might not be the correct word, but it's like my train of thought on the entire thing. So yes, um, of course I have a little. Let's have something run in the background, so it's not just a here like Berserk montage. That's okay, right? So, by the way, I read the manga. Right, I have no up until 2 days ago, I didn't even know there was an anime, and yeah, well, I mean, I'm in this case, I'm one of those. I'm one of those gatekeepers that says, well, obviously the manga is superior, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. So anyway, just leave that running in the background. So in case you don't know, yeah. And also very important, I will go full spoiler. Okay, once I start it, there's no stopping me because I I cannot I cannot pay attention to spoilers or not. Okay, when I go, I go. Anyway, so let's start. So Berserk, in case you don't know, manga started about 30 years ago or something, still unfinished, and just recently this year, the creator and mastermind. Oh shit, bro! Oh my god, YouTube is pulling one of those again. I of course cannot Oh God, this man, it's as if YouTube wants you to stream somewhere else. Okay, apparently I am not allowed to have this clip playing in the background. So yikes. Okay, then we'll just have Dark Souls running. It's no big deal. Anyway, so in case you don't know, right, Berserk, manga that was started many years ago, still unfinished, and unfortunately the creator is no longer alive, which means it will probably remain forever unfinished. But that is not a problem. No, that is what we have currently and what we have to deal with. So a little recap. A little recap about what Berserk is about. So I'm gonna give you like the ultra abridged version. So the story of Berserk follows a man called Guts, very manly name by the way, and he is a mercenary in a really shitty world, which I just found out that it's actually supposed to be Europe. No idea, but you know, okay. So the world is pretty shit. It plays like during a medieval times, and it's like war everywhere, and you know, people being slaughtered, women being raped, everything that, you know, the Dark Ages. And this guy Guts is member of a band of mercenaries from the beginning of his life. Like, he was born from a corpse, from a hanged woman, and there, you know, he just lives his life as a mercenary until he meets a very special mercenary band. Oh my God, Goofy John! Man, this is that was quick. Oh. Anyway, I really like to thank you more, but I have to get into the Berserk flow, otherwise we will not get this over. Anyway, so he meets the leader of a very specific band of mercenaries called the Band of the Hawk, and the leader is a man that goes by the name Griffith, and he's very charismatic, very beautiful. He has a very he has a very charming aura. Everyone who meets him is very quickly enthralled by his beauty and just, you know. And Griffith is a brilliant tactician, and he leads the band of mercenaries that he leads, the Band of the Hawk. They're feared among the entire world for being super efficient, and they never lose, and when you give them a mission, they will make it. Yeah. And as part of the Band of the Hawk, you know, Guts, who's been a really weird, you know, he has known only war and only fighting all his life. He then begins to, you know, learn more of the people in the Band of the Hawk, and gets to know them, and even gets to love them. Yeah? And together they work themselves up until they're literally like the hand of the king of the land. Okay, the main kingdom in Berserk is called Midland, and the king of Midland, at some point after they basically conquered the entire country and defended the entire country from foreign invaders, proclaims them the highest honor ever. So up until then, everything's great. Then Guts, who is like the best fighter in the Band of the Hawk, next to Griffith, decides that, you know, now that it's peace, this is not the life for him. Guts knows nothing but hacking people to bits, and you know, now that all the battles are won and they want to settle for their beautiful, luxurious lives as hands of the king, Guts decides to leave. But for a not quite, like, a reason that I'm not 100% sure I understand, Griffith does not want Guts to leave. Maybe it's because he fears that the Band of the Hawk will lose a lot of combat strength, or maybe it's because he actually, you know, it's like out of friendship. He doesn't, like, Griffith and Guts have become good friends. and he doesn't want his friend to leave. I don't fully get it, but they fight, and Guts beats Griffith in a single hit. And this was like, wow, because up until this point, Griffith was untouchable, unbeatable. Like, he was ethereal, yeah. And then Guts leaves, and this leaves Griffith shaken. So shaken, in fact, that he was always calm and always calculating and everything is perfect. Forgets for a moment his tactics and everything, and just goes and fucks the daughter of the king. Who's, of course, in love with him, because everyone that knows Griffith loves him. Unfortunately, and then he has sex with the daughter of the king, which by itself isn't maybe the worst thing. Unfortunately, it's the shitty-ass Europe of Berserk. And of course, in the shitty-ass Europe of Berserk, the king is a incestuous pedophile who wants to fuck his own daughter. And then, as he now realizes, oof, this sexy boy has fucked my daughter. He has a mental breakdown and arrests Griffith and puts him in the torture chamber. And the other people of the Band of the Hawk are driven out and hunted and killed. And only a few of them survive. Why is there a Chupa Chups on my microphone? I have no idea who put it there. But if you want me to saki on stream, fine. So, and this is like a big turning point in the story, yeah? Because up until then, it has only been everything's nice and going up and everything's cool. And then, Griffith gets arrested, the Band of the Hawk gets ostracized, everything's suddenly turning into ass. And then, Guts doesn't know any of this, right? A year later, Guts, I don't know exactly how or why, he just happens to run across the remaining members of the Band of the Hawk, and he learns that they are planning a rescue operation. They are planning to break into the capital, break into the torture chambers, and rescue Griffith. And they do this. They rescue Griffith, and it turns out he indeed has been tortured by this mad pedophile king for 1 year. He's basically, he's completely destroyed. His entire body he can no longer move. He's completely paralyzed, almost. He basically has no longer any muscles. Most of his skin is missing. Do you guys know the movie Martyrs? If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's like he has been going through martyr's torture for an entire year. Now he's still alive, but it's like basically nothing else. Okay, his body is completely destroyed. Then, yes, Smoothie, correct. He learns of the Band of the Hawk by this Saudi turban guy. yeah, okay. And then, they rescue Griffith. It's a success. But this entire story that I'm recounting here is the so-called Golden Age arc. And throughout the Golden Age arc, there has always been hints as that there is some supernatural stuff happening in this world. Up until now, everything has been mostly realistic, quote unquote, yeah? But there have been hints at some of the enemies they fought were maybe a little too strong or superhuman or whatever, right? And it's not quite clear. And then, when they're chased by the Mad King's troops, one of them actually turns out to be like a demon, like a rape demon. Don't ask me. And anyway, so up until this point, it's only been hinted at. But then Griffith, with the last of his power, throws himself into a lake, onto a wooden spike, and his blood runs across his body and touches a pendant, which is literally one of the only things he has been able to hold on through all this torture. And it turns out that this pendant is actually a artifact that when the time comes, when fate, when the flow of causality demands it, starts an event called an eclipse. And the eclipse is an event that happens every 200 something years, where a group of 4 uber demons materialize in the real world and choose a 5th member of their group. And the person that possesses this pendant, this stone, is apparently chosen by fate to be this 5th person. And then the eclipse happens, and I really love to show you imagery, but I'm afraid YouTube will instantly fuck me, so I can't. But if you have the chance, please do. Yeah. And then during this eclipse, they get sucked into this completely nightmarish world. And I think these chapters, these eclipse chapters, they are single-handedly what made Berserk one of the most incredible mangas on the planet. Like, even if you remove all the text, only the images, it's almost beyond human how, like, it's just black and white images, but they conjure up so massively strong emotions of fear and disgust and morbid curiosity and just awe and wow. It's insane. Okay, this entire, I don't know how many chapters it is, but this entire eclipse thing is what made Berserk, at least for me, again, I'm not a weeb. I don't know much about the anime meta game or whatever, but I just know Berserk as it is, and it made it for me. Immediately I knew this is a manga that will stay with me. Anyway, during this eclipse, the four god demons, also known as the God Hand, they tell Griffith, you have been chosen. You have been chosen by the one behind everything, by the thing behind everything, also known as the idea of evil. The idea of evil in Berserk is basically its god. And in Berserk, it's a recurring theme is always what is fate and what is free choice. Is there actually a way for you to escape the wheel of fate, escape the flow of causality, as they call it? Because the god of the idea of evil has basically, like, everything is predetermined, and it orchestrates everything. But Guts is one of those people that is always, like, making his own choices and making his own path, and maybe is breaking this flow. But anyway, the demons tell Griffith, you can become one of us. Only thing we need is for you to say you sacrifice your Band of the Hawk. Because, like, when they get sucked into this dimension, it's Griffith and the entire members of the Band of the Hawk, which are, I don't know, like a few hundred people. And honestly, in this moment, it's basically like when you read it, you know what's going to happen. Yeah. You know that Griffith, of course, chooses yes. I mean, he's a cripple. His entire body is destroyed. His dream of becoming, like, Griffith's main goal was to lead his own kingdom, become king at some point. It's completely unachievable anymore. Like, Griffith's life is fucked. It's done. And the only chance he has is to become one of the God Hand members. Of course, he says yes. Yeah. And then, okay, agreed. Everyone in the Band of the Hawk is marked with a image that's basically the hunter's sign from Bloodborne, and that's a brand of sacrifice. And that means that every demon in this nightmarish dimension, which I think there are infinitely many, will now hunt down and kill every single one of them. And this is what happens. And at this point, you've read the story for quite a while. You've got to know and love and learn about every character, backstories of every character, motivations of every character, personality quirks of every character, and they all die. They all die in the most gruesome and not even heroic. It's like, it's hopeless. They're just being slaughtered because, Like it's massive demons, like it's mountains of flesh and teeth and maws and eyes and tentacles ripping the people to shreds. It's the most depressing thing ever. Yeah, the characters you've grown to love are just slaughtered unceremoniously. It's horrible. And then, you know, there's one female member of the group, which, as is, what's it called, as is trope, Guts, of course, falls in love with, and she loves him, and they're a couple. Everything's haha, happy, hippie, hippie. And of course, you know, I don't know if this is like, it's just how it was in the manga, because females aren't just killed; they're of course always raped. And then a massive army of penis-shaped demons. I'm not kidding, okay? Like, it sounds ridiculous, and it's ridiculous and repulsive and sick at the same time. Like, a massive, monstrous mountain of penis flesh demons come to rape Casca. That's the name of the woman, by the way. And Guts is also trapped in there, and he's like the only one left, still fighting and slaughtering everything. And he actually manages to barely rescue Casca from the penis flesh demons, but just as they are about to maybe make a stand, the transformation is complete, and Griffith is reborn as the 5th member of the God Hand. And like, this entire chapter, I'm already like on the verge of a mental breakdown, because this is so fucked up. And Miura's like, oh wait, we didn't have enough rape. So the first thing that this transformed Griffith, who has his Band of the Hawk to thank for everything, yeah, the first thing that he does, just because he wants to get back at Guts, forces Guts into a like watching position and just goes ahead and rapes Casca. And it's like the entire time you're like, oh, but there will be some event that makes that prevents it, right? There will be some event so she's saved. No. It's like, do you guys know the movie Irreversible? Irreversible is a movie, it's a French movie about a couple who are, after a night out in a discotheque, the woman somehow goes home alone and then gets raped, and it's horrible. And it has one of the most sickening scenes, depictions of this. And I felt the same way while reading this chapter in Berserk. It's horrifying. Yeah. And then, just as everything seems hopeless and they are about to get killed, the Deus Ex Machina of Berserk, which is like a skeleton knight with superpowers, comes in and saves them. And this ends the Golden Age arc. Now, then, of course, you know, a lot of things happen. The woman, she, after this experience, becomes schwachsinnig. I think this is untranslatable. Her mind regresses into an infantile state. She can no longer speak, and all she can do is like, oh, ga, 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 ga. So she becomes schwachsinnig. Yeah? And Guts swears, of course, revenge. Oh, by the way, during this fighting, he also loses an arm and an eye. So this is like the turning point of the manga. And up until this point, now, my content recap will now end, and now I will go to the review phase. Of course, this is not the entire manga, of course. There is a lot will happen after this. But, and now I'm ready to get cancelled, I personally felt like after the Golden Age arc, the manga dropped off considerably. I know. Criticizing Berserk, not very wise. Very sorry. It's just, you know, that is my decision. I'm not saying that, you know, Golden Age is 10 out of 10 and everything else is unwatchable. No. I'm saying everything is 10 out of 10, but Golden Age is what makes it, and the rest is, it exists. Okay. Anyway, why do I think this? Well, unfortunately, and once again, I don't have this much experience with mangas, but it feels to me like this is a very typical thing about mangas in that they're set up. Yeah, they set up a macro story, and then once they have this, they just add into this, like they set up the start and the end of the macro story. Yeah, and like at a certain point in the story, this is the end, the goal. Yeah, kill Griffith, kill the demon god as a human. Wow, it's like incredible macro story. And what they then do in many mangas is they just insert smaller little like capsules of adventures into this between the final goal. And I personally, it's like that's just what many mangas do. Like I don't even want to say this is good or bad or whatever. Yeah, it's just this is what many of them do. They just side quests stehen exactly. Yeah, it's like it's in sich abgeschlossen. Yeah, self-contained side quests that have no real bearing on the macro story. It's just plop, 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 and they have the advantage of generating content, but they also have the advantage of spending time with the characters. There's no shortcutting character development. You have to actually spend time with the characters. Yeah? And this is their advantage. The disadvantage, and that is a massive disadvantage, is that they sacrifice momentum. In fact, they like Berserk and many other mangas that I know don't even attempt to use the momentum that they have from the first arc towards their end goal. Yeah? It's like this is not what they want to achieve. They set up this macro story with start and end goal, like start and the end goal, and then it's already planned for them to insert these self-contained side stories into it. And I personally do not like it. Yeah? This is like a storytelling way that's completely fine, and I see the advantages, but it's not quite my tempo. Literally, it's the tempo, it's the pacing that throws me off. Because everything that happens after the Golden Age feels like a side quest that, to me, had like this distracting character. I always had it in the back of my mind, like, yes, but how does this help Guts get closer to Griffith? When is he going to have revenge? Like, where are we going, right? Because this was so effectively set up. Now, of course, okay, that's a good remark. Yes, I think so too. I think the quality after the Golden Age is like it takes steps down. Every arc is a little bit weaker than the last. But once again, they're all top tier. Yeah, and it's like I'm not saying that you read the Golden Age and then you don't touch Berserk again. Please, no. Like, once you get going, go. Yeah, it's beautiful to spend time with the characters. It's beautiful to see them. And to Miura's credit, what he did with the later arcs is very, very good, because he managed to do something that I didn't think was possible. I personally didn't think it was necessary, and I wouldn't like it that way, but he did something really incredible. He made the characters actually change. And the manga ends when Casca, who has become schwachsinnig, is basically healed, and her memory and speech and is like her mind is restored. And they're in this paradise on a distant island, far away from everything bad, basically. Like the way Berserk currently is like ends is actually very fitting for an end, because you could say that Berserk ends with the characters actually realizing that they were wrong in the Golden Age. That Guts actually has something much more important than revenge on Griffith, which is his love, Casca. And Griffith has something much more important than, than Guts and having revenge on Guts. It's him having his own kingdom, which he also succeeds in. Like, the point at which Berserk ends is actually a happy ending. Everything ends with every character basically realizing that they have achieved what they really wanted, which it's a very beautiful thing, because with the creator of such an incredible story dying, it could have ended like mid-chapter and mid everything, and that would have been horrible. But it's still, I would have loved if the manga actually focused on the story they set up in the Golden Age, right? Because think about the later arcs with like the Sea God, the entire Sea God Island story. You could remove it, and actually nothing that happened would have mattered. And it's like, it's cool and all, the Sea God, that was an incredible fight, but still, why not focus on the incredible macro story that you've set up? Yeah? Why not focus on the absolute legendary and the thing that made Berserk so insane, in my opinion, the Golden Age arc, the stories set up in the Golden Age? Why not focus on this? And this is just, it's unfortunate to me. Yeah. Yeah, Spoody, that's a good point. Yeah. I can give you the reason: money. Exactly. Like, as I said before, this is apparently, like, this is just the way mangas are. Like, of course, they're a product, and you want to sell them. And if you're a manga artist, you want to stay in business. You want to pay your bills, of course. If you have a successful manga, then you need to keep producing content for this, of course, right? I get it. It's just, as from an art perspective, from an art consumer perspective, I would have loved it more if it was more like razor focused on this one story. And yeah, that's basically it. Now, of course, once again, I enjoyed every single chapter of it. Also, one of the few things I knew about Berserk was that there was an entity called the Idea of Evil, and as it turns out, the Idea of Evil is actually cut from the main manga, and it's only like, the Idea of Evil only comes into the scene in one chapter that is apparently like deleted. It's a secret chapter that's deleted, and that was that was kind of yikes. So I was always waiting, when do I get to see the Idea of Evil? And then it never came. I think Guts at the end of the manga now is only redirecting his focus back to Griffith now. It feels weirdly paced to you now only because it's not done. Yeah, true. Most long-running manga in general lose their original quality after a certain legendary arc. Did you read the chapter? Yeah, I read it. I of course. Then after I was done, I immediately Googled, where is the Idea of Evil? And then, of course, I read the chapter. And from what I've heard, Miura took the chapter out because he didn't want to show, like, he didn't actually want to show God. But yeah, Abdel, I read them all. There are none left. I've read all the chapters. And yeah, so this is basically like the gist of it. I think the Golden Age and the Black Swordsman, the first two arcs, are among the best pieces of of media I've ever consumed in my life. And by design or not, for me, after this Golden Age arc, the manga unfortunately cannot keep the promise or cannot keep the quality up. It's still absolutely great, but it's unfortunate that this is now all we have. It could be worse, but it also could have been better. Anyway, I'm still very, very grateful to my man Spoody, who has generously provided me with Berserk, and I will now always know references to it. And yeah. Okay, now of course, if some of you might have time or may or may not have the time, I think I'm gonna do like a big question round tomorrow, because there are quite a few things in Berserk that I actually didn't get. Oops. And I have several questions, and maybe tomorrow we'll find the time in voice chat to answer this completely noob's questions. Okay. Now it is done. We can remove the spoiler tag. Clack. Clack. Oh, whoop. Yeah. 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 And we are back here. Now, of course, Berserk lost big. It lost really big because there was no character wielding whips. Yikes, man. There was one. Oh, actually, no. Wait. The Sultan Turban guy, as Woody calls him, he actually had a whip-like weapon that was like a fan of 5 different blades. They behaved like a whip. Maybe that's, that's probably the only thing I can. That barely qualifies. Okay, anyway. Hashmalim has inside knowledge on Berserk? Damn. He's actually... His family is actually of the Miura bloodline, and he's... Like, in secret, they have been funding the entire thing. Wait, have I explored here? Oh, yes. So. Now, I was just going to say, usually I would love to play a character that's now like a Berserk homage. But on the other hand, why didn't Berserk homage me by having a character with whips in the game? In the manga. Okay, now I have a lollipop that my wife made me lick, and I have no hands free. This is unfortunate. Now, if my suck sounds become too annoying, please let me know, okay? I will immediately stop sucking. Also, is this even allowed, making suck sounds? Oh. Do you still hate anime and manga like Rantini? Okay, it's unfortunate that it has come to this misconception. But I don't... Ja, es schmeckt. Danke, Abdel. I don't hate manga and anime. It just so, like, I feel like with Anton, it's like, he gave manga and anime a chance. Turned out all of the ones he tried were pretty ass, and were not his thing. And at some point you gotta call it and say, okay, it seems like this medium is not for me. But I never, like, for me it wasn't like this. For me, it was very clear always that there are some anime and mangas that are great and some that are absolute shit. Yeah, and unfortunately, it is my impression. I really, once again, I'm not an expert here. Yeah, I am under the impression that most mangas are pretty ass, and that's not a critique on people loving manga. Nothing of the sort. Yeah, all I'm saying is much of it. It's for me, manga and anime are like a sea of turds, but somewhere in there, occasionally you come across a perfect diamond, which means like it's mostly pretty bad and mostly pretty like stuff that I don't really care about and don't like. But every now and then there are mangas and animes that are just like personality defining for me. Yeah. Once again, when we're talking about anime, I'm a much bigger fan of anime like movies than series. Personally, I like movies, more. But even then, there have been some that have been just. Whenever I think about them, I get like my legs become soft. It's that good. So, yeah, this is a big misconception. Okay, only because Anton is really outspoken about his indiscriminate hatred for manga and anime. I'm not like that. Okay, I think most of it is indeed pretty bad, but there are these occasional diamonds. Also, you guys want to know my hot take? Me personally, I didn't think Griffith is the villain here. Like, yes, he's set up as, the absolute most disgusting monster. But it's not like he had much of a choice. And in fact, I think the manga does something very, very clever here. Because speaking with a dick in your mouth is not actually that simple. So I often like think back and then I think like, okay, did all of the things that happen in the story, did they happen for a good reason? Like it's like this led to A led to B, B led to C, C led to D, and so on and so forth. And then I think like, okay, maybe the entire thing, everything bad could have been prevented if, by chance, the King of Windham didn't happen to be an incestuous pedophile. But then I realize, damn, Miura is actually extremely clever. Because he made the narrative really, really focused on fate and causality and everything being preordained. Yeah? You actually can't really argue like, oh, the entire story just happened for this one, like, completely inopportune accident and coincidence. Because Miura always hints at that there are greater forces at work, that there are forces at work who want to orchestrate certain events, and that these events cannot be prevented because they are preordained. It is fate. And in that sense, I must say, I respect Miura-san, because that was actually really, really clever. Because then there's no longer any discussion about, oh my god, the Avengers only were able to fight back against Thanos because one rat actually accidentally walked across the machine that had Ant-Man in it. I think stuff like this is actually can ruin certain stories. Yeah. Oh no! Man, this little fucking lollipop is costing me so much. It's costing me my dignity because I'm sucking on stream and I'm also sucking in the game. And that's what makes Guts so beautiful, because he's the struggler going against it all. Yes, and this actually adds another really metaphysical layer to Berserk, which on the like first sight you're not actually realizing, but it gives Berserk then between the lines it asks the question: is Guts actually a struggler? Like, is there actually someone even who can break the wheel of fate? Or is Guts' struggling also just part of it all? Right? Can there even be such a thing as someone outside of the flow of causality? And I think this question alone is something that puts Berserk far above, right? Far above the rest. I'm literally playing one-handed here. As a physicist, do you believe in free will or determinism? Fuji Doom. Excellent question. If I attempt to answer it now, I will probably not do it justice. There is a video by a German professor of physics. This professor is called Sabine Hossenfelder, and she has made a video about it. And she has phrased it so perfectly, I could not add anything to it. Please, if you want to know my answer on this question, watch her video. She's literally paraphrasing what I think. Oh, how did he live? Write out her name, please. Okay, okay. Ah, Spoody has already posted the link. Perfect. Andy, have you seen the Tokyo Olympics opening? It looked like a trailer for Dead Space 4. What? Yo. Rick, I saw the photo you've posted on the Discord of this, like, monster creature with the hook blade hands and his ribs turned upside down coming out of his back. Are you telling me this was part of the Olympics? What the fuck? What? Please explain. Rick, please explain. Ah. Yes, Hush, please control yourself, okay? And as a general tip in life, Hush. As my man Felix Antoine Blume has said, ja, du bist Boss, wenn du Gefühle kontrollierst. No, but for real, Hush. Ja. If you have yourself under control. Ach komm, ey, fick die Scheiße doch. No, wrong item. Okay, apparently. Oh, they, of course, they dropped down. Yeah. Okay, Dead Space remake incoming. that legit part of the Olympics, they also had people dressed in total white, dripping blood out of their chest for a pool of blood to do some rituals or something. Are you fucking kidding me? Olympics directed by Junji Ito, written by Miura. It's like, hey, let's make the eclipse part of the Olympics. Holy shit, okay, man. The whole world knows that Japan is weird, but the Olympic Committee is like, how much Japan do you guys want? Yes. Hi. Oh, the Steen is having a Norman Reedus Death Stranding moment. Okay, I gotta focus on sucking some more, and then maybe I can actually not suck in this game. Oh! Watch live? Wait, what? What do you mean watch live? You mean the Olympics? Is it still ongoing? It's like, it's in Japan, right? So it's already like 6 a.m. No? What? What is happening? Oh, there's someone with a Japanese name. Sexy. I know the third character is a Ta. And the fifth character is a Te. Te, Ya. And the last character is a Ru. Oh my god, my reading, like, when I thought, okay, let's spend the time well by learning a little bit of Japanese, my only goal was to be able to read, and look where it's gotten me. Pathetic. I think in this moment here, how much I've died here unnecessarily because I'm still a little bit rattled from going full heated mode in in the Berserk review. The only thing that is to say here is Hevaste Fuferk wecke, du Mörpeste gegöste, verwöst zerfusse berwachse. Glaub nicht, dass du Hund hier ein Aufreißer wirst, wie ein China-Imbiss. Bro, that... I hope that is a Kollega line, because that line just screams Kollega. Yeah, well, Sunshine Rider X, like, you're right, learning Japanese is hard. But I still think, you know, like, reading shouldn't be that hard. Like, the Japanese alphabet has, like, 45 or something letters. And in 2 different ways. So it's, like, about 100 letters. It shouldn't be insurmountable. It should be doable. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I'm not able to. Because if you think about it, like our Western alphabet, like the English and German or whatever alphabet, has like, the German alphabet has 26 letters and a few extra. So it's, let's just round it up to 30, okay? Because it has Ä, Ö, Ü, scharf S, right? and then you have like, okay, let's say 30 letters, and then you have each letter in capitalized and non-capitalized form. So that's 60. Now, most of them, granted, look pretty similar in capitalized and non, but not all of them. Like, take a look at a small g and a large g. They look nothing like each other, right? And if you're not actually like a pro, oh no, once again I'm okay. Suck. Ah! Wait, what? D.R. Miura wanted to write how he wrought? Berserk was influenced by higher-ups? Aha. Well, I assume so, because, you know, this is a very typical manga structure that is just a way to earn money with the manga. Why am I sucking on a lollipop? You can think of your own reason, and then that's the reason. Fujidoom, if you were to make Bloodborne 2, what would it be? It would be Bloodborne 2. or Alucard, kennst du dich etwa nicht mit der neuen deutschen Rechtschreibung aus? Of course. Scharf as has a capitalized form. It does indeed. Anybody here read Dune? No. Yeah, sorry, the Berserk review part is already over. To anyone who's missed it, unfortunate. Oh, shit. Abdel, thank you for the Discord invite link. If you're new here, by the way, I'm really sorry. I have not been paying attention to chat much when I got going with the Berserk review. I'm really sorry. Bernardo, if you're still watching, you have won the stream. I saw it. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Now, if anyone is new here, welcome. First of all, thank you for being here. And if you like the stream, stick around and subscribe, of course. Haha, begging. And if you want, I have a Discord that is currently, you know, a cesspool of my community, basically. And I think it's a very nice place. And if you want, the link is up there. Nice. This was finally I was able to fight these guys on good terms. Okay. Good. Secret wall here. We're at the sniper spot. Oh yeah. Now this guy's alone. Should be doable. Oof. unfair. True. Wow. Yikes, man. Weak. I'm preparing the bamboo stick now. Yeah, Hush. I would have deserved it today. Like, this has been quite pathetic. Anyway, and Andy, what do you think of The Revenant as a movie? What? You mean Revenant, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and the grizzly bear? Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a movie I didn't watch. Like, not because I hate Leo or anything, but if you are a real fan, you know what triggers me the most in a movie? Exactly. If it starts with based on a true story, makes me sick. Oh wow, he pre-moved. Oh fick. It's all because of the fucking lollipop. Man, Sabrina, what did you do to me? Hey, Wankerchief. Watch it for the photography. Yeah, maybe. But then once again, it's like I'd much rather have scenery that looks like the eclipse of Berserk than I would have scenery that looks like beautiful The Revenant set pieces. Sorry. Andy hates what? Andy hates Bear having hardcore sex with Leo. Understandable. Yeah, who wouldn't? Everyone loves Leo. So Bear having hardcore sex with him. No, bro, Hush, don't do that to me, okay? I explained it to you nuancedly. That's not even a word. Yeah? Okay. What I wanted to say is Miura made the motivations of every character actually like make sense. Okay? So, because one of the worst things writers do, and it's something that many writers do because it's so easy, but it's like one of the quickest way to get me disinterest. No, not quickest, but one of the most shitty ways to get me to hate your story is if the good guys, if they're like, oftentimes this is like a big problem, right? You guys have run into this many times yourselves. when you've watched a movie or read a story. It's that the good guys' only motivation for being good is that they're the good guys. And the bad guys' motivation is usually extremely, like, maybe it doesn't make any sense, but it's at least explained and thought out and elaborated on. And it's like the villain gets so much more space in the story that the main, like the good guys just always feel idiotic and hollow, because they literally have no other motivation than, you know, we're just the good guys. And I think oftentimes this is like a really bad thing. It makes the story really feel artificial and bad. And what Miura did was make every character not seem black and white. Like, he put Griffith into a impossible position. In fact, he constructed the story in such a way that Griffith actually must choose the thing. Yeah? Everything else would have been, like, honestly, everything else, Griffith being like, no, I will not sacrifice them, that would have been laughable. That would have been absolutely horrible for the story. So I think this just speaks to the writing, that you kind of get it, okay? It makes sense. Their decisions make sense. And I'm dead. Now, of course, I'm not going to pull a Lars von Trier here and say I understand Hitler, yeah? Of course, that's not what I mean. And no, Griffith isn't Hitler. It's just... Sabrina laced the lollipop with neurotoxins in revenge of Andy forgetting he had a family for the past 2 weeks. It's actually poison. This is going to be my last stream. Unless I find a way to stream from the grave. That was just a joke, okay? Hush. Okay. Are you okay? What? Wait. So explain this to me again. During the eclipse, it was theoretically possible, like, maybe I didn't understand the manga correctly. But what you're saying is it was possible for Griffith to say, yes, please, I want to become the 5th member of the God Hand, but let the people go? I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's right. Do you mean Mixer? Oh, not arms. That one went straight to my heart. Because I cry every time when I think about Mixer. What? No. Hush, I don't think that's correct. Well, once again, you probably have more Ahnung than I have, but pretty sure that that's not how it works. He couldn't have power without sacrifice. And also, he could not have refused them. Right? I think that was also made pretty clear. When the eclipse started, there was no way for Griffith to say, yo, God Hand, my boys and girl, you know, it's nice and all, but we want no business with ya. I don't think that's what was up. Oh, damn. This is AJ's being terrorized. Poor AJ. See? I knew I got it right. Oh. Fucking lava scheiß. Well, this enemy is Ganser. Nein. Oh Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann. Have there been any interesting developments in science recently? Well, I mean, we got that Muon, what was it, G-2 or something experiment, which was a medium big thing, but not that I know of, actually. I mean, I'm not saying there weren't any, I'm just saying that I don't know of any. Yay, made it. Oh shit, what the fuck? Uh-oh. His life bar isn't disappearing. Yeah, I thought so. Silent Hill 4 moment right there. Cool. Immortal enemies. Exactly what we need. Bye. Lirdong. What flavor is that lollipop? I have no idea actually. 1 second. I will check. I was wondering why it tasted so disgusting. It's actually milk, vanilla, and raspberry. Andy, I'm still going to hit you with the bamboo stick. There's no discussion, right, Hush? It's like... this is at the bottom here now. Oh, there's definitely going to be a big bossman. Oh, I think we're almost at the end of these smelter things. I think I only have 1 left. Or 2 left or something. Chong! Finally, some good fucking food. What the fuck kind of Chernobyl lollipop are you schlecking? Alright, Spoody, thank you so much for being around. I hope we get the opportunity to talk some more weep-tastic Berserk. like real sophisticated gentlemen. Okay, before I go in here and fight this supposed boss, I will go up again and see if there's, like, for example, a bonfire would be good. Okay, that many left. Ah, there's a bonfire. Good. Oh, perfect. Oh. Enough sucking. All right, Rick, take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, Hush, I will be prepared. I will be prepared to get my anus malträtiert by your bamboo stick. As Anton says, right? You get hit with a stick. If you don't do as the master says, you get hit with a stick. Chest ahead. Yum. Okay, someone can tell AJ that the air is now safe. As we say in German, the air is clean. This means it is now safe to return. Actually, is there anything here to explore? I don't think so. Let's just go straight down. Yeah, Nutams. Why not both? Die Lift ist rein. Almost zu stehen. Die Luft ist rein. Nicht so wie in meinem Zimmer. Hacke furzt. Disgusting. Here we go. Oh. Oh, I think I've seen this somewhere. Isn't this Fume Night? Yep, it's Fume Night. Okay. Okay. Some people, like, I've heard that Fume Night constantly tops the charts on most difficult boss in Dark Souls 2. We shall see. Pathetic. Okay, wow, these animations. This has to be like the DLC of animation delaying. Fiddlesticks, yo Andy, you ever thought of playing a Yakuza game? Start with 0 if you do. Not really. Not only does the whole Yakuza thematic not really interest me, it's also... Okay, I'm gonna give you this chance. Sell Yakuza to me in 3 or 4 chat messages. Haha, because of the fumes, right? Easy life. He's almost dead. Oh shit, he can also do 2 sword slashes. Slash! Oh! Whoa, shit, his sword! Swoosh! Whoosh! Okay. Senior Shankar. Hey, Dark Souls 2 is milestones better than Bloodborne. No flaws. Yeah, no. Dark Souls 2 has no flaws. It's all by design, okay? It's all by design. Skywalker, I think so. I think Dark Souls 2 is very much worth playing. In fact, honestly, I don't know, like, I could not bring myself to stop a Souls game halfway through. Like, you're already committed, right? So, why stop? Whew, okay. That attack is indeed... Like, it has a difficult hitbox because... Oh, this one. Oh. Ooh, backhand swing. You know it's dangerous when the bosses can do a backhand. Oh, 4-hit combo. Wow. He has evolved. Started off with just 2-hit combos, and now it's suddenly 4-hit combos. I bet he has a combo where after the big sword swing, there's another attack. Uh-oh. Oh. Oof. So at first the Yakuza gameplay is pretty damn fun. It ain't DMC level deep, but it's impactful and fast-paced. There's also style changing in Yakuza 0, Kiwami, and a separate game called Judgment. Okay. I didn't know that. I thought like Yakuza was a Japanese version of GTA. Karaoke. You play as an absolute Chad that fists everyone. Disco. The story isn't just about the Yakuza, it's more about getting out of the Yakuza. Okay. Sorry, I need to focus. Oh no, wait. The air is clean. Hush is no longer here to bully me. So I can now la 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 and not focus in peace. La la la, I'm not focusing. La 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 la. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, see, ah ha ha. Yeah, 2 big sword swings. Oh, backhand. moment that looked like he was going to do another big sword swing. Maybe actually this direction is better? To go along his left side? Might be better. Oof. Okay, now you can swing that in both directions. That's No, it's not GTA! Ah! Okay, wow, then whoever put that idea into my head really needs to be whipped. If you literally can't kill anyone you want or jack any car, it's not GTA. Oh, Nier Automata soundtrack? Bro, that's out of this world. Wow, that was cheating. The offhand. It's all in the offhand. Yeah, that combo is nasty because he can decide to either do a stab or this. Like, this is actually pretty clever. It's a good mix-up. You can do 2 hits here and then stab or hit with the big sword. And both demand different ways to deal with it. Is that the hitbox attack? Oof. Is that the patented Wankerchief hitbox? Andy, do you have any game in mind to play after Dark Souls 2? Nothing is finally decided yet. I have contemplated about Achilles' suggestion of, you know, like adding a little bit of vanquish every now and then. At the same time, I've also purchased Resident Evil 6. Now, once again, chill, guys, before you all flip out. If you know me from Anton's podcast, you know that I'm a big fan of Resident Evil 6. To me, you know, as someone who really dislikes the original Resident Evils, the tank controls and the scarce resources and blah blah, like that original survival horror stuff, it's really not my thing. I really like Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 because they were so over the top, so ridiculous, and so like self-aware in a way. I just love it, and I thought, yo, it's a game that I really like, that not many people like. So why not, you know, give it a chance and show people and do like a live commentary of what it is that I actually really enjoy about it. AJ, yes, it's safe. It's safe. As we say in Germany, die Luft ist rein, the air is clean. You are welcome back. RE6 is unplayable? Bro, what? I think RE6 is like, I get that people disliked the tone, you know. It was no longer like Resident Evil 6 isn't survival horror. Okay, there's nothing about, there's no horror, and there's also really not much surviving. It's just an action game, yeah, but it's a really well-made action game. Like, the game design-wise, that game is top tier. It has excellent boss design. You know, it has. I mean, the story is cheesy, but it's serviceable. I don't know, man. It's like Resident Evil 6 does so many things right. Anyway, that's you know, it's still on the horizon. Okay, I might still decide against it. It's just, it's a game that I think is pretty well suited for streaming, because once again, I choose the games in generally that I choose for streaming are games that don't demand too much. Yeah? Like, I can still every now and then find a spot during gameplay to look at chat or something. And I think Resident Evil 6 is pretty well suited for that. Okay. So, status status report. Whenever he does the sword transformation thing, I instantly die. Play Dark Souls 1 challenge run? I mean, yeah. Considering that most of my portfolio up until now have been From Software games, we still have Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 to go, right? So it's also not out of the question that there will be Dark Souls 1. And, you know, there are whips in Dark Souls 1, if you know what I mean. Ooh. Why am I doing the retrieval? I don't even... It has 0 souls. Oh, come! I dodge it. Okay, now I'm starting to realize where the big difficulty comes from. He can actually do quite a few mix-ups with his slow and quick timing. What happened to Code Vein? Yeah, I mean, I streamed it once, and here, Code Vein is a perfect example. I streamed it once, and I realized, you know, I know nothing about this game, and I really need to dig into the mechanics and everything, and there's no way I can do that on stream. So I decided, okay, Code Vein is actually not a good game to stream, and instead I played it like offline, just by myself. Know what I mean? I think damage-wise we're pretty well set. I mean, he still has a shit ton of HP, and I'm dead. But I think, yeah, Damage-wise, it seems to be acceptable. Also, what happened to chess? I'm still playing. I'm currently 1,250 rated, which it's my personal high score. I'm slowly but steadily climbing. So don't think I've abandoned chess just because I'm not playing it on stream anymore. Because on stream I literally turn into a fucking wet piece of moldy salad. All my sausage power goes out the window. The backhands, man. It's all about the backhands. Oh, that was greedy. Yeah! Oh, no. Get greedy once? Punished! Oisin, I've been thinking about replaying all the Bioshocks. Yes and no. Like, for me personally, Bioshock is perfectly encapsulated in amazing storytelling, you know, and really, really shitty gameplay. And therefore, I would say you can basically experience Bioshock again by just having like the all audio logs. Just listen to all the audio logs, and then the atmosphere will basically just be there. You will immediately have the atmosphere back, because the audio logs are really what make the game, the dialogue and the world. Does that, you Dark Souls pro gamers, does that actually change anything when his sword is like glowy? Like, of course, it changes something when he has like this supercharged version, the two-handed version. But does this glow change anything? Cool. There are a few literal like super encyclopedia knowledge level pros here in the stream that know everything about Souls. Oh, that was dumb. It looks like he does an overhead smash, but then he actually does like a sideways sweep. That's clever. Oops, that was dumb. Transform time. Nope. Oh, I dodged an attack. I actually dodged one of his mega sword attacks. Whoa! Okay, yes, that is the hitbox attack. Bro, yikes. Okay, Abdel, mach's gut. Andy, would you consider streaming a story-based game like Nier Replicant? I would personally like to see Yoko Taro fuchs with your head in in real time. Well, in that case, I have to disappoint you. I've already played it. Like, I played the original version back in the day, the Nier, what was it called? Just Nier. But I don't know. I don't think that's a very nice thing for streaming, because I will basically just be completely absorbed in the story, and since I don't want to ruin it for myself, I just stop talking, and then what's there to see then? Like, is that really that interesting? I don't know. Ooh, okay, when he does one small hit and then directly goes into big sword hit, that's nasty. That's a nasty combo. But he seems to only do that when I go towards his left. Maybe then I really need to go towards his right. This is really... And dead. Oh, AJ, pro here. Glow means he angry. Okay, yeah. When he's angry, his sword glows. Okay, makes sense. Personally, I would say it makes no sense, but since you're the pro, what leverage do I even have? Fear the old blood, huh? Never played Dark Souls 2, but I want to ask, can you not run like in Dark Souls 3 to avoid some attacks? It's very, very janky. Like, if you're locked on, and now I need to run, it's not, like here, for example, I'm pressing down the run key, and only when I change that, like, it's extremely goofy when I walk to the side, and it's weird. Oh, shit. That's when he can add another hit. Ooh, okay. I'm beginning to realize the intricacies of this boss. Confirmed by physicists. The most annoying thing, if your stamina runs out, you can't sprint until it refills fully. Yes! Oh, that's... okay. And this is like... you would think that it's not a big deal, but it's like massive. For how long you're actually then unable to sprint. Like, you squeeze out one last attack, and here, now I cannot sprint. until my stamina is back to full, or I do like this really lengthy animation. It's horrible. Ja, komm, ey. I think if I evade backwards, he will never do like anything. Okay, never mind. So he can still do the full combo that leaves him open. These timings, man. Nasty, nasty. This is literally like the only safe attack, and I proceed to get hit. That does barely any. Okay, what's with this sweep? It's beginning to get pretty cringe. Ludwig is one of the best soundtracks in all of the soul. Dude, Ludwig is one of the best soundtracks in all of humanity. Fujidoom. Gotta love all the deliberately added jank of Dark Souls 2. True genius no other game devs could ever hope to achieve. Tiny Murat is on his own level, man. We all know. We all offer ourselves in the church of Tiny Murat. Oops, that was weird. Actually, as it turns out, his overhead slam is only safe if you're like instantly there. The amount of time he's open after one of his combos is... it barely suffices for a L1. Like, barely. Okay, what do I do now? Okay, at least this kind of combo can be evaded. Okay, this probably can be avoided too. Oh shit! Okay, it's projectiles. Oh, I dodged it! Does that actually also stop at some point? His flaming sword thing? Or will his sword stay like this for the rest of the fight? I'm turning too quick! I shouldn't have done an L1. Oh, idiot. Could have just done an R1. Oh my god. Did you need Vatividya Bloodborne video to understand the story, or did your Giga Brain do all of the work for you? I mean, it's always a collaborative effort. And also, a big thing that's really cool about the Souls games is that they leave just enough ambiguity for you to fill out the blanks yourself to some extent. Like there's this 80-page or something essay about Bloodborne and the story of Bloodborne called The Pale Blood Hunt, which is like the de facto Bloodborne story, the comprehensive Bloodborne story document. And while it's very comprehensive, I personally, it leaves enough interpretation room for me to say, yeah, there are things that are in there that I do not agree with, that I personally have a different interpretation for. And that's why I think there's no really such a thing as, did you figure the game out? It's more of a, I just filled out the blanks for myself, and it kind of, worked out. Anticipated. Oh shit. From here on out. Yo! Okay. Was zum Fick? Ja? What the barnacle encrusted ass crack was this hitbox? Alright, Distine, take care, have a good night. Lawrence did nothing wrong. No. Dead. Actually, his overhead slam might be really unsafe. Just realized that he has very low recovery frames when he does that. Whew. Andy, what do you think about difficulty settings coming to the Souls games? Wait, you're saying that as if that's like a known thing, is it? Is it confirmed that for future, like, first of all, wait, I have several questions. First of all, does this mean there will be future Souls games? Which, I mean, yes, maybe, but they probably will not be Dark Souls, right? And second of all, is that confirmed? Och, Dummsack, ey. No, okay, no. No, oh. Dodged it. He does such low. Okay, okay. It's easy. I have this down. Yo, what? Okay, Destin has returned. Emmanuel Macron has met Miyazaki in real life? What the fuck? Those are two people that I would have never guessed for their paths to ever meet. Why would the president of la grande nation meet up with Miyazaki? In collaboration with Tiny Murat. Oh, that will actually, it will there's no discussion. That will actually be the factually best creation in all of mankind, because Tiny Murat and Miyazaki working together on something, please excuse me, but that's about the best thing humanity has to offer. just gotta stick close to it. Stick close, stick close. Oh shit! Did you guys see? Yes, have 2-minute long active frames. Sure, sure. Attack that. Yes, Tiny Murat. Arigato gozaimasu. That's exactly what I need. Okay, he met with Japanese artists for some reason. I don't know. There was also the creator of the fairy tale manga and the creator of the Akira manga present. Dude. I think Macron wanted to get weebs and gamers for... Well, I mean, you gotta at least appreciate the effort, right? Ask half of the German politicians and they probably do not know what a weeb is. Yo, nut ups. Towers and planes, holy shit. That's inappropriate, but it's okay. My stream is a safe space for inappropriate humor. Otherwise, Natams, you'd be hella deleted. No, but I appreciate your sense of humor, quote unquote. Thick that damage. Oh. And dead. Oh, oh! Oh, fuck. Who needs recovery frames, right? Did I ever want to go to Shaolin Temple myself? No. No. Like, not to stay there like my brother did. I was there once as a tourist, and that was fine for me. Yeah, Macron probably was like, Miyazaki-san, can you maybe, you know, Paris is pretty shit place, oui, and maybe you can make it a little more like Carnal, non? Avec les beasts et hunters, oui. Et surtout, très important, il y a du blood, du sang partout, oui. Comme en Yarnam. Disdain, that's excellent. Retour du chasseur Macron. I love it. Like, my French might be rusty, but every now and then it just works out. Oof. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, this is. I'm actually slowly beginning to fear for the progress during this entire stream. Like, will it be literally nothing but failing the gauntlet to the boss and then failing at the boss itself? That would be embarrassing. You mean to tell me Macron met with our Lord and Savior Michael Zaki and not once asked about Bloodborne cart? Well, I mean, he's the president, right? His knowledge is probably very secret, and maybe Macron could convince Miyazaki that Monsieur Miyazaki, you can tell me everything. It's safe avec moi. Je suis le président. I have a very safe information. And then Miyazaki was like, oh, well, in that case, no, I can't do a Japanese English accent. Wee woo posture check alert. Okay, yes. Okay. Yuri, you're still here? Okay. Good. Oh, what's with my hair? This is Bloodborne 2. It's Orphan of Cause all over again. Well, let's hope not. I mean, Disdain, I hope everyone here has seen my most recent uploaded video, the Orphan of Cause first try montage. Let's hope he doesn't turn into Orphan of Cause. That would be... I never want to go there again. And like, he's not that difficult. He should be possible by all accounts. I mean, it's Dark Souls 2 for God's sake. can't attack after that because I don't know if he's just randomly not going to swing a second time. Stop, Andy, stop doing L2s, L1s. Run! Stop doing L1s. Let's do R1s. Serious question. Start with Dark Souls 1 or just play the third part? Well, if you have not played any Souls game, then start with the third one. It's the most easily, like, it's the most intuitive of the three. Or of all of them, basically. So I would say start with either Sekiro or Dark Souls 3. Nine, wrong. Attack me. Attack me! Permadeath Dark Souls 3. I mean, the no death challenge. I'd actually be a little curious on attempting that. Or maybe like the Sekiro no death challenge. I'm currently doing a hitless Dark Souls 2 run. Yeah, I'm going hitless in between the hits, and bro, Ishin easy, get good. I mean, there's one stream where I actually literally defeated Ishin on the first try. That was pretty crazy. My concentration is slowly starting to drizzle away. Almost never does the second hit after this swing, but sometimes he does, and I'm already preparing myself to get fucked by it. Klar doch! Diego, I will take that as a compliment. Oof. Okay, come on. Man, the longer this goes, the more I'm actually beginning to believe that Natam's neurotoxin theory about my wife actually trying to poison me might be right. My vision is starting to blur. But we have to fight on. It is preordained by the flow of causality. Now my face is itching because I'm sweating. Everything is against me. Fume Knight has such an awesome look, though. Well, actually, wait. He might. Oh, there's a Gondos. We still have quite a few weapon buff things here. What might he be weak against? Magic? Fire? No, probably not fire. Dark? Poison? Bleed? Bleed also probably not, right? Maybe poison or magic, I assume, or dark. Could be dark too. Let's try dark. Oh, actually, just missed out on that. Ooh, now the main hand hit actually does quite a bit of damage. It's at 250. Ah, stupid. Oh, R1 does almost 300 damage. Oh no. See, that was the random second hit. So come on. Fuck, I'm also running out of humanities. Shit. Human effigies, they're not humanities. Although they can probably be bought at some NPC probably sells them. Only problem is I'm not a pro, so I don't know that. Maybe dark damage was not it. I'll try magic next time. Oh yeah, now I cannot evade it. No. There's no choice. Come on. I'm beginning to realize more and more how unfair his second phase is, but it's doable. I know it. Like, listen to me. I'm pretending that this is actually like I'm chasing some world first or world record or something. No. What I mean is like it's doable with dual whips. I know it. Okay, that magic actually that does the same damage than the dark infusion. Okay, good to know. That means he's not actually weak, but he's not actually, resistant to it. That's good. That's good. Man, have you guys just created your own meme in the chat? Like this this chat is the X of Y. Okay, Xi Jinping is the Dark Souls of China, bro. You must eat Bingqiling before you beat the boss. Does someone know which vendor sells human effigies? Because I might need a few. Also, I'm now going to do something that is called a pro gamer move. I will use up all my stored up souls and put a lot of points into health. Okay. Watch this. So many boss souls. Oh, look at that. And here we go. Let's start. Let's start here. Yeah. Oh shit. I actually discarded them. Wow, nice. Misclick. Cost me a few thousand souls. Cool. Yo, what is this? If I'm in this menu and I click left, I click the analog, like the digital pad here to the left. Look what happens on screen. it goes to discard selected. And that made me just, you know, discard a few boss souls, just make them vanish out of my inventory like it's nothing. Wow. Two smelter demons. Real gamer moment right there. Yeah. Those were the times when we were still fighting Flexile Sentry and Scorpionus Nagica. Oh, good times. Ever heard of Elder Scrolls? That's the spiritual That's the spiritual sequel to Dark Souls 2. If you're talking about jankiness, then you might actually be right. If you're talking about the level of Todd Howard, then I don't know. So, 500,000 souls. So has someone in chat finally helped me, decided to help me and find out which merchant is it that sells no? Okay. So also I thought about, does it make sense to upgrade or to change these weapons with a certain infusion? But no, it doesn't. Does it make sense to upgrade the armor? Not really, because, I mean, it's only for cosmetic purposes anyway. Yeah, Wanker Chief. Show them. Okay, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So wait, there's this one blacksmith that does the augments here. McDuff. But I don't think any of his augments actually make sense for this build.
I ought to flame.
Huh?
Be gone.
What? Why isn't he working?
Flame.
Okay, so what can he infuse the whip with? What's that? Magic, fire, lightning, dark, poison, bleed, enchanted, I don't know, raw, okay. The fucking bass is fucking raw and mundane. No. none of these make sense. At least not for my build.
Be gone. I out flare. Be gone.
How can I get him off this chest? Although I assume it doesn't hold anything that's valuable for me right now. Oh, look, its guts. Also, after reading Berserk, I now know why this is apparently like the most popular sword in the game. Like half of all the phantoms you see running around have this sword. And yeah, makes sense. Damn, this chat is getting really philosophical, yeah. Merchants are the Dark Souls of drug dealers. Wait, what? Merchant Hag Melentia in Cardinal Tower? Cardinal Tower. Is that Drang Lake or like Castle Drang Lake or where? Where is it? No wait, which one is Cardinal Tower? Cardinal Tower. It sounds so familiar, but no. BDSM is the Dark Souls of sex. Ah, Cardinal Tower. Here, yes, 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 yes. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I've told you this before. But you know, I live rather close to France, right? By the way, I will be moving towards the end of this year. I will be moving, and the place I live then is literally like less than 10 kilometers away from the French border. I'm a little afraid, yeah. But anyway, so because I live pretty close to France, I had many opportunities to go to Paris, and from what I've heard, yeah, I'm not sure, but from what I've heard, Paris is apparently like, or it used to have this almost overwhelming power, like this overwhelming attraction towards tourists. Like the image of Paris apparently in the rest of the world is so larger than life and so absurd. It always seemed kind of strange to me. But, you know, I was never there, so I didn't know. And then over the course of a few years, I went there quite a few times. And I gotta tell you, as like, oftentimes what happens is people go there and they're disappointed. They're disappointed and they're just depressed because apparently Paris couldn't live up to their ungodly expectations, which is so cringe, but okay. Now for me it was kind of the opposite. You know, I went to an international school with a lot of French people, and I had French teachers. I had classes that were entirely in French, and one of my teachers just kept going on about how dangerous the banlieue of Paris are. Right? In the banlieue of Paris, you will be stabbed and mugged and murdered in broad daylight. So I already had like this image of Paris being pretty, you know, ooh, criminal and unsafe. But whatever, you know, young me doesn't know when to stop, so I just went there. And I lived in Paris for I think a total of 6 weeks or something. And I really gotta say, Paris is one of the most pathetic shitholes I've ever been to in my entire life. Not only is the city completely disgusting, it's also mega cramped, and yeah, it's, you know, and the stories about the banlieues, they're kind of true. I mean, I lived in a banlieue for a while, you know, but I don't know, for me at least, I got around with the people there pretty well. It was like, you know, a few, what was it, Algerian, and kind of hung out a bit, and it was actually, that was the best part about it. The fucking scum of French society was actually turned out to be the best part of it. And the worst part was definitely the normal, quote unquote, people of Paris. I've never met a bunch that is so fed up and like has such a baseline level of annoyedness and arrogance. It's messed up, honestly. Like, the moment you make one step into Paris, you take one step into the city, everyone will let you know that you are actually not welcome there. And this was such a I mean, I get it, right? The city is so oversaturated with these idiotic tourists who have absurd expectations towards the city. Of course, I mean, at some point, as a Parisian, you will be fed up with this. But it has, like, this is a vicious cycle that has completely turned the city into the absolute worst place of ass in Europe. And I mean, you know, it was a revelation for me. And also it means I never have to go there again. It's just, I would have loved for it to be different, but alas, what can do? No second hit. Random second hit that you cannot anticipate. All you can do is clench your butt cheeks and he doesn't do it. Completely unnecessary. The last of the order. That's actually very fitting. Very accurate description. Yeah, if you ask something, they were all. Bah, j'en sais pas. Casse-toi, peut-être. Ouais. Nique ta mère. Best part about the state that I live in is that nobody visits, so it's perfect. No, dude, not ums. I visited New York on 3 separate occasions, like only really as a tourist. But I thought New York was very, very cool. I mean, it. You have to put in different standards here. Like New York is in the United States, so it's the United States. There's a baseline shittiness to it all that we here in Europe are not used to. Shots fired. So it's like I'm measuring New York City and Paris with 2 different baselines. So London is overhyped to the moon? Well, I mean, yes, but at the same time, I mean, the London has this really nice vibe where when you're in London, you know you are like in one of the metropolises of humanity. It's, I don't know, London just has this vibe of being an important city. I don't know how to describe it. So in that sense, I think London deserves some credit. Cool. Okay. Now. I was sure that was going to hit. Nope. Wow. Holy shit. Slowly but surely, okay? This we're slowly making progress. This has been, I think this was the longest phase 2 yet. This boss is like my love life. It's a bruiser. Je ne sais pas. Inexplicable. Okay. This stream has been going on for quite a while. It's getting late. Let's now go into full anime power, okay? 3 more. 3 more attempts. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, and we will pull an Ishin and defeat him next stream first try. Okay? Alright. Let's go. Okay, no. Yeah. Instead of running, the character suddenly does like a stand in place and turn around animation. So, yikes. 2 more. If you just curse the French whilst playing, you will win. Is that the strategy? I like it. I like it. All right, come on. 2 more. What? You're begging your former boss to bless you with anti-fume powder. Power. Okay. Interesting that your old boss has this kind of power, but I'll take it. to do L1, then do L1. Fast L1. No, second hit. Oh shit, Wankerchief, you had an explanation 2 lines above. I used to work in a factory manufacturing fume extraction units. For real? Fume extraction units? Sounds like some Avengers level threat. Anyway, last try. Come on. Use one of these. These, heal, and use these. Zack, and while we're at it, also use these. GG. It was not meant to be. That rhymed. Yeah. Ah, damn it. Next time, first try. You said it, Deshte. You said it. I swear it by the power of Emmanuel Macron. This will work out. It's not, it's actually, I'm telling you guys, it's actually looking good. It's like these, I mean, his second phase is like one mistake, you die, but it's actually not that complicated. There are very few like bullshit things. Okay, no, the entire thing is a bullshit fight, but you know what I mean? There's a way to avoid everything, and I just have to focus long enough. It will work. It will work. This time, as Natam says, right? I was under the influence of some neurotoxins. I don't know if you guys can see it, but my eyes have literally shrunk down to half the size, and I'm half Chinese, so you know. Wow, was that racist? No, I'm half Chinese. I'm allowed to do that. Anyway. Yes, let's terminate it here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I think even with the Berserk review, and even though we didn't defeat the boss, I still think it was a very, very enjoyable stream, and I thank you so much everyone for sticking around, bearing with me, yeah, sending me your energy. It will pay off next time. I promise. Anyway, have a good night, have a good weekend, take care of yourselves, and we will see each other on Sunday. So long, bye bye. End stream.